What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be starting a new series on Warframe. Now, Warframe is kind of an MMO type thing where you're a space ninja in a way. You can level up your character, you can level up different abilities, you can choose your between 3 Warframes at the beginning of the game, and then you have 4 different abilities. I only have 1 out of the 4, as you can see, because I just started the game. Now, I used the 50 credits that it gives me at the beginning of the game and bought myself a new skin and everything. You have a primary, a secondary, and a melee weapon. Now I'm using the machine gun, the kunais, and the scanna. The scanna is like a sword. The kunais are like throwing knives. Now the machine gun, it stands by its name. It's a machine gun. Now let's get right into the mission, I guess. Now, Warframe is a very fast-paced game. You can run around, parkour, jump, double jump, swing your sword, and just a bunch of general, technically ninja stuff. It's a shooter. It's a RPG. It's not a shooter. It's a bunch of games in one. It's also free to play on Xbox, PS4, and I think PC. I'm pretty sure it was originally on PC, so if you want to play it on any one of those consoles, you can. There's also slight multiplayer aspects to the game, so if you want to play with me, not a co-op mission, but if you want to like play against me or something, you can. Also, if you want to follow me on GooglePlus, you can. It's a thing that connects me to YouTube, so everything you comment on I will see on that app. So if you want to follow me there, I post daily stuff, I post gaming stuff, I post lots of news. Alright, so I just made it into this area. I'm going to try and sneak attack him, or not. Oh, I didn't one-shot him, but I still got him in the leg. I think I cut his leg off. Now, you can stealth kill people or you can go in guns a-blazing. I tend to stealth kill people because I like using the sword. It's just really fun in my opinion. Now, that thing in my leg is draining my powers, so I have a feeling that once I get this thing off my leg, I will be able to access more of my abilities. And before you go and get the game, make sure you're not squeamish because it's a very gory, intense game. Now, this is the machine gun in action. It's a really powerful weapon. I suggest using this loadout that I am using for a beginner because it is a very good all-around loadout. Oh, what are you? There are different types of enemies. There are squishy enemies is what I like to call them. There are bulky enemies which don't take as much damage from my swords and they take more damage from gun. These guys are considered squishy enemies. And my sword and my kunais do slash damage, which are good against squishy enemies, and my rifle does impact damage, which is good against these kinds of enemies. But since I'm gonna build my character around fast pace, I tend to use my sword. Alright, so let's stop talking details and let's just get into the game. Normally I like going guns blazing, but this is really fun because I'm just slashing people in half. Alright, I'm just not gonna make this a comedy thing. Let's just not do that. Let's make this a little review type thing. Not a review, but a brush up on the game for the first episode. Oh, come on, don't kill me. So, when you use Excalibur at the beginning of the game, you have low health, but you are also very fast and can deal a whole lot of damage. And whenever you die once in a mission, you get 1 revive, which kills anything around you. And I think it's a 40 unit radius. And this mission is a escort mission, so I have to break this man out of prison. I think he's a man. I'm not sure. There are so far I've only faced 2 different enemy types. The the squishy enemies, and then the robots, which are two different types of damage, or take two different types of damage. The game is based in space, obviously, and I'm trying, the first main bad guy I guess I'm trying to stop is a guy, man, or alien man thing, that man right there actually, who, his name is Vor. And I have a feeling that this Lotus person who's helping me is going to turn out to be a bad guy. But I'm not sure. I haven't watched any gameplay, so I would have no idea. Now, the first ability you unlock, you press RB and you get a slash type thing where you dash forward, however you want to say it, and you kind of slice everyone in your path just clean in half. If you're a veteran at this game, I suggest using Volt, and if you're a beginner, use Excalibur because he is an all-around beginner character. Also, when you're first starting off, try and do a stealthy run. Try not to cause too much attention because you will end up dying if you're not, like, skilled enough, so to speak. There are several weapon choices at the beginning of the game. I remember there being a staff and the sword. I happen to choose the sword just because I think it looks good aesthetically. You can choose between the kunais and the pistol, I think it is. And then you can shoot, for the primary weapon, you can choose between the bow and arrow, which has to charge up before it shoots, and then the rifle. That's the only reason I chose the rifle over the bow and arrow. Otherwise, I would have chosen the bow and arrow over the rifle. Now, the thing about the bow and arrow is it does puncture damage, which is also good against armored enemies and shielded enemies, excuse me, and also can do good range damage, so can the rifle, but the bow does more range damage than the rifle. Also, the kunais are better, in my opinion, than the pistols because they can be rapid fired, unlike the pistols, which can be rapid fired but they're slower. And also, if you fire them off and you're trying to be stealthy but at range, it will sound off all the enemies around you because they are very loud. Mainly when you want to run through a level, you can copter, and you can speedrun it by jumping in the air and meleeing, sliding and meleeing. With the bow staff, you can copter really well. Alright guys, so I'm going to end this video here. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. And remember, go follow me at GooglePlus. You can see everything that's happening there, okay? So, as always, stay awesome, be yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.